let's go with for the first one itself right now. Before she joins, I'm not too sure how much time it will take. All right, so here's the first question which I would like to know from you, Mr. Vishwas. Throughout
Yes.
your professional journey, you have worked across large engineering organizations where innovation had to become repeatable and scalable. Was there a particular project or experience that completely changed your perspective and made you realize that sustainable innovation comes from organizational systems rather than isolated creative individuals? In other words, when did you first realize that innovation is more about designing systems than depending on individual talent? We would love to hear from you, please.
Yes. Very good question. Hmm. Actually, as you grow up, you read many stories, scientists, inventions, but you may miss the mm, part where apart from individual creativity, it is the group dynamics, it is the team dynamics which matter. So as I went to corporate, actually almost all the projects I realized this, but the one which I would love to share here is about Tata Motors. When the Tata Motors they started their plant in Pune back much before I also joined back in late 60s. And the worker population was growing. The problem was how to feed such a mass population daily in canteen, and they were trying to fry puris for meals, and that was kind of spoiling their stomachs, having health problems. But that is where the Mrs. Leela Mulgaonkar, who is the was the better half of our founder, Sumant Mulgaonkar. She said she is coming up with the solution, which is so innovative that even now any visitor from the globe comes, they appreciate. What was the solution? She said she will form a housewives cooperative and let all the women in the workers' home meet mother, sister, wife, they will roll chapatis. And Telco that time being anyway bus and truck manufacturers, no dearth of vehicles. The vehicles will go all around the city, pick up those chapatis and not just chapatis, other food items also, and feed the employees with the home food. Mm. And even now, that anyway became a great movement, housewives cooperative. Mm. And now to such an extent that they are stitching our uniforms, they are testing our electronics, stationery, you name it. They are branched into a kind of a mega venture. Mm. And even now, when people come from globe, like we had UK, JLR, and others, people coming, both men and women, they said nowhere in the globe we have seen that your family cooks for you and gets paid for that. Okay, this is just one. Actually, the whole session can be on all such type of innovations. But let me wind up here. As far as this question is concerned, we can go to the next question. Unless there
That's
is a
very nice. I think this thing is quite often followed by quite a good number of other, the Swiggy, Zomato also they are doing it. So they have homemade food also as an option. So I think this is probably, are you stuck on that? Okay, okay, fine. So this is probably something being followed by them as well. Cool. All right. So good job done there. Audience, if you are with us, please type
see,
Tata Motors in the chat screen. Please type Tata Motors in the chat screen. Audience, if you're there.
but that was only a start. They are even testing our electronics now.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
that's
that
what you
is
missed
okay.
that part perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Stationary, that was only a start of the housewife cooperatives. Now, shoulder to shoulder, they are working with engineers
That's
as a
true.
cooperative society. Hmm.
That's true. So we have quite some participants here in the option in the Zoom option. I can see that participants. I really request you to please be participative and give responses in the chat screen because your interaction is going to make it very much uh, interactive, very discursive oriented. Miss Meena, if you can speak, you can go ahead with the second question. 1 minute, I'll unmute you. And I request the participants, if possible,
Yes.
please turn on the video. It will be very interactive.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead, Ms. Meena.
Okay. So, as you said, sir, that you have a lot of experiences. So, my next question is, can you share a situation where a small process improvement created a surprisingly large business impact? As you had just discussed one of them, and you said you've got a lot of examples to share. So, we would like to know
Yes.
something like this.
Yes. Actually, again, there are many. But let me go back. So many of my
Sure.
so many of my examples will be Tata Motors.
Yes.
So this is also one. Like we started, Tata Motors started with a German collaboration, Benz,
Okay.
having trucks.
Right.
Hmm. By 1969, Tata team, we felt that we no longer need Germans. We can be on our own. Hmm.
Okay.
We can have our own decisions,
Right.
independent. And mm, this is how they tried to manufacture their first truck, first commercial vehicles. And those days, one piece of electronics was indispensable. Electronics was very less that time in automotive, but one piece of electronics that is known as glow plug controller. I will not get into theory much here,
Correct.
but
Correct.
glow plug controller and Bosch, the German company Bosch used to supply that. Hmm.
Okay.
And since this Tata Motor said now we are doing the truck, but let us approach Bosch. That is what all the vehicle manufacturers do. They go to the electronic suppliers to get the electronics. And they told that this time it is our truck, so our specifications are different. It is all about various timings there. So many timings are involved. So Bosch started laughing. They say your volume is so low, you cannot afford the kind of charges we will have. Hmm. Till last year, it was Benz, global company. So we were supplying. Now you
Right.
are nobody. Hmm. We cannot even afford to start development for you. Hmm. So then what the team did? Hmm. That time we had an electronics team supporting the plant automation, making their own machine tools, quite well versed. All the top IT talent was there. So our vehicle engineers, they picked up that unit Bosch, which is supplied till last year, gave it to our electronics team. Hmm. And it
Correct.
was child's play for our electronics team to study it, make our own. And not only that, this is a small kind of contribution. They said it calls for an in-house electronic company, captive tier one. So this small solution snowballed gradually into a company within company, captive tier one, which I was
Right.
heading for quite a few years, to
Okay.
such an extent that a lot of our in-house electronics, which the external parties refuse because they cannot meet our price and timeline. We, our people only do it. That is why you see Tata Nano, Tata Ace, even today's electric vehicles,
Correct.
why Tata Motors is a leader. So this small change in process
Right.
snowballed into big movement. Hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
I truly, it's a commendable thing. First of all, you shared an experience which was an in-house experience. The second experience that you shared was a commercial business experience. That
Yes.
was wonderful. Sometimes innovation isn't a breakthrough invention. It's a simple improvement that removes waste, improves quality, and saves time. So, could you share one such experience from your career where seemingly small idea ended up creating a significant organizational value? I think you just
Yes, below that.
that. Yeah.
Pardon?
So I come to the next audience prompt. Type small ideas if you've experienced this. I would like to ask the
Mm,
audience. I would like to
actually,
ask
you
the
are asking
audience.
audience. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
You are
I would
asking
like
the
to
audience.
ask the audience if there was a small idea, if you have experienced this in your life, as Mr. Vishwas has experienced and shared. Audience?
Please go ahead, Meena. Please go ahead.
Yes. So, coming to my next question, Mr. Vishwas,
Mhm.
have you ever faced a resistance while introducing a new idea? And how did you convince others to support it? Innovation often challenges existing ways of working. Have you personally experienced resistance from
Yes,
leaders, colleagues, or teams when introducing some change? And how did you approach those conversations
yes.
and build confidence in that idea?
Yes. See, in the spirit of the question one, it is not the personal experience, it is the group
Okay,
experience. So I would be,
right.
most of my experience will be group experiences, that will
Sure,
be more valuable. Hmm.
sure, sure.
So my second job, which was TIFR,
Okay,
Giant Meter Wave Radio Telescope. Hmm.
right.
So they already have the UT radio telescope in Tamil
Okay,
Nadu. Actually, the IIC Bangalore, they have the research center. Hmm.
okay.
And after that, the head scientist, director, Professor
Hmm.
Navin Swarup,
Yes,
he wanted to come up with a giant, even more grand, world's largest radio telescope. They call it Giant Meter Wave Radio Telescope.
okay,
And naturally, all around, there was resistance. Moment people say astronomy, I want to do research, they say, you don't have food to eat.
correct.
And this was kind of late 80s. You don't have
Okay,
food to eat. So much of unemployment is there. Rather than attacking this, what is this astronomy you want? Hmm?
right.
And so that is where he was is world famous scientist, and he approached Rajiv Gandhi. And what he told him that if you don't approve this project, India is going to lose a Nobel Prize. Mm. And that is how the funds were approved. But funds were approved only the portion of what we wanted. All we had to do was innovation, which we did.
Okay,
Mm.
right.
And today, yes, Nobel Prize might not have come, but we have all achieved something which is next to that. We have one IEEE milestone award. We means this GMRT project. This
Yes.
third of its kind in India. First was C.V. Raman, second was Jagdish Chandra Bose, third was the Giant Meter Wave Radio Telescope project, which is a group effort. Okay.
Okay,
I will stop at that because this also is a kind of a hour-long discussion.
right.
So this is how.
Okay. So, I would like to ask the audience, uh, type change if you've experienced resistance.
There is also one
Yes.
response from one participant, from Mr.
Yes.
Arun Kumar, who says that my small example, I gave the development team a task to design the poster for a new feature they built, and it increased ownership and enthusiasm, where they named it creatively and learned something about design and marketing beyond their usual coding book.
Very good.
So,
Stepping out of the comfort phase.
yes.
Yes,
That's
please go ahead.
that's indeed a challenge, Mr. Arun Kumar. Yes. Okay. So, Mr. Arun Kumar has a question. It is important for an organization. Uh, I
We'll
think, can we
probably
take the
go that
questions?
towards, yeah, we'll go that
Yes.
towards.
Can we take the questions later, Mr. Arun Kumar? Yeah, thank you. So we go to the next question about leadership. In your experience, what differentiates leaders who consistently encourage innovation from those who unintentionally limit it?
Yes. Very good question, and it partially addresses Mr. Arun
Right.
Kumar's question.
Right.
In my opinion, a good leader always leads by example.
Okay.
So not only that, leader should have innovative spirit. Hmm.
Right.
His interaction daily behavior, daily interaction
Right.
should be such that rather than always pointing towards the schedule and timeline, hmm,
Correct.
he has should see the long-term value, and like both my organizations, TIFR and Tata Motors, the focus on knowledge and passion was so much. Hmm. We were encouraged to have almost weekly knowledge sharing sessions.
Okay.
Then there are problems which are circulated. Tata Motors particularly had a suggestion scheme, the company-wide suggestion scheme to crack various problems. Even a small shop floor worker who has joined on day one, if he finds a situation, he finds something can be improved, he can give a suggestion, he gets awarded. Hmm.
Wow. That was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Mhm.
Yes.
And people forget that you ignore innovation, start doing some donkey's work. You
Right.
end up whole year you do are not able to achieve the result. Hmm.
Correct.
Only thing you achieve is the every day you are sweating it out, and leader says, yes, what a great what
Performance.
a great
Right.
team member, he's sweating it out. But what is the product out of it?
Right.
It goes on
Right.
months and months and year and year. Whereas an innovative person, he says, give me a week. Hmm. For a week,
Correct.
I will not do anything apart
Hmm.
from thinking and working out. At the end of the week, you are able to produce what even 1 year would not have done. So that is where an innovative leader should realize and encourage. Okay, you encourage even the failures due to innovations. You can learn a lot
Right.
out of your failures.
Wonderful. That is a wonderful share. And you truly explained us the quality of a true leader. A
Mm.
leader should always be open to innovation rather than just focused on the outcome, as you shared. You know, so I'm very happy to know that you've got the opportunity to face such leaders who have given you this opportunity to think things out and bring a larger outcome. Coming to my next question, have you ever worked in an organization where innovation became a part of everyday work rather than a special initiative? And what made that possible?
Yes. See, the Tata Motors, we were mentored. Hmm.
Right.
We had a talent pool, so we had a special mentoring. So we are mentor for residential session, 3, 4 days. Hmm. Um, how to build innovation DNA. Hmm. And innovation, people mistake that only when they enter the company gate, they should be innovative. No.
Okay.
Innovation is a kind of religion. Hmm. Your daily life, which you lead. Even you are going to a restaurant, hmm, how can you make a choice that you will generally not make? Hmm? You want to read
Correct.
a book. How will you
Hmm.
try to enter into a subject which you
Right.
will generally not do? Hmm? You want to make one friends. Can you make a friend which you generally not make? Hmm?
Correct.
So this is the kind of habits that will make you innovative. Hmm?
Right.
Um, just like there is a no smoking diktat in company. It doesn't mean that outside company you should smoke. Hmm?
Right.
It is a similar thing. Huh? So this is a kind of we had. Plus we had innovation competitions, right from regional to global. Hmm? I am
Okay.
proud to say that when I was heading Tata Motors Captive Tier 1 Electronics, there is not a single competition where my group did not either win the award or reach the final round. Hmm.
Right.
In the global round, we had competitions like JLR and other Tata International thing, but we have made it. Hmm. So that is in short your answer.
That's right. So that's you're talking about a culture, the
Culture.
culture that you are talking about.
Yes.
Organizational creates a culture wherein people are motivated and, given sort of awards and motivated
Awards.
to think uh, outside the box, not just
Actu-
work in that the same setup.
Actually, I had a cabin full of trophies in
Oh,
Tata
wow.
Motors. When I left
That's
and
right.
went to another, I left those trophies there. They're still there.
Yes.
So that I said, in my absence, these
Right.
trophies will represent
People
me.
Right, right. You create a motivation for other people that this is what you're supposed to bring out. I think those
Yes.
trophies would show people that yes, someday I want to get trophies like these. I think that's a wonderful thing to do. Now, talking about my next question, how can HR create systems that encourage employees to think differently instead of simply following existing processes?
Yes.
Innovation is often viewed as an engineering business responsibility, but HR influences hiring, learning, recognition, performance management, and leadership development. From your perspective, how can HR intentionally build a culture where innovation becomes everyone's responsibility?
Yes. See, mm, the first change we have to do, and we have tried that in Tata Motors, perhaps
Right,
did not sustain, that by rotation, mm, some engineering team leader who is innovative can become part of, as a job rotation, can become a
right,
part of HR team. Hmm.
right.
So he knows both sides of the world and he is able
Correct,
to influence the activities. Apart from that, see, Tata, many of these organizations, we have patents and innovations as a part of our performance system. These many
correct,
you must have, you will be rewarded. Cost reduction, that is
correct,
there. And also the company-wide competitions. That is the company-wide problem solving is also there. Particular problem faced by one team can be circulated. Peer review can be there, and they can definitely help people out.
right,
So this is what HR has to do. Plus, HR need to have open door policy, where anybody is feeling that innovation is stifled because not every leader is going to be ideal leader. This is going to
correct,
happen. So
correct,
there has to be
correct.
some way out whether such a
People can share.
can share and reach out and
Yes.
see when the corrective action can be taken.
Right,
Hmm.
right. Yes,
I remember the
yes.
small thing that we had just started hybrid and electric vehicle initiative.
Okay,
And there was one graduate engineering trainee, IIT Madras, who was
okay,
mechanical. And he was
right.
complaining to HR that he is
Okay,
not really, his aspirations are not being fulfilled. He was to do something state of art, something innovative, groundbreaking.
okay.
Whereas the kind of assignments he is getting
Work.
is quite mediocre. So he was
Right.
asked to search for himself. And they also
Okay,
suggested my name because I had won all the innovation.
okay.
He came
Right.
looking for me. So
Wonderful.
when I put him on our ongoing hybrid electric
Right,
vehicle, and I worked shoulder to shoulder with him to come up with algorithms and others.
right, right,
Otherwise, he was going to leave. That was his last month of the first year. He was
right,
going to, so
right,
he told HR that he has
right.
come to the right department, is not going to leave. I received a congratulation letter from HR that you are
Wow.
written one IIT person. Hmm.
That's a wonderful thing.
So this
That's
is
a
the HR.
wonderful achievement on the part of you as well as the HR being able to
HR.
identify whom to send that person to. You know, when the firstly, as you said, the HR should there should be an output, where people can go and share their thoughts and explain that what is their caliber and what they're not happy, why are they not happy with the job. And when he just came and shared this with the HR. The HR had the knowledge of connecting him to the right person like you,
Hmm.
with which you and he managed to create a wonderful outcome. So, yes, that's a wonderful experience that you have shared. I would like to tell the audience if they have had such a thing, I would like the audience to type HR if they connect to this experience of Mr. Vishwas. Yes. So, coming to my next question about learning. In every HR leader wanted to make innovation a natural part of organizational culture. Where should they begin? Every HR leader wants to make innovation a natural part of the
Yes, yes, yes.
organization culture. But where should they begin? Many HR professionals want to encourage innovation, but aren't sure where to start. So, based on your decades of
Yes, yes, yes,
experiences,
yes,
what
definitely.
advice would you give to build such a system?
Yes. See, we call HR people as HR business partners, correct? Hmm? And
Right.
for every team, a business partner is devoted, HR business partner. Hmm?
Right.
And this
Right.
HR business partner has to closely work with the team allocated. Hmm? So
Correct.
these are her role starts right from recruitment, understanding the business challenges. But that is where innovation has to be built in, where the innovation can yeah, make the change, make a difference.
Right.
And definitely, mm, the HR person no harm in attending some engineering meetings also,
Correct.
because not everything is deeply technical. They can
Right.
understand so many things. Okay.
Right.
And when he or she has a wider perspective, definitely they
Correct.
can come up with their own ideas. And they can also point out as an outsider to the department where
Correct.
the innovation may be stifled, where we can make changes. That is what we should do.
Right. So, you mean to say that HR should actively participate into the other
Yes,
activities, although
yes,
it is
yes.
technical, but they can just have an overview, as what you said.
Overview.
And they can, it's not necessary that they need to go into the technicalities, but they have an overview of what can be introduced as an innovation after attending certain
Actually,
technicalities.
they can jointly visit technical exhibitions, technical
Right.
events along with the
Right.
technical team. Okay,
Right.
shoulder to
Right.
shoulder. That way, they will gain a lot of
Right.
insight into it.
Correct. So to begin with, they can always attend seminars
Yes,
and
yes, yes. They have to.
things where they get to know that what are
Okay.
the different stages in which we can introduce and motivate the
Because
employees with innovation.
because
Yes.
other side of the coin is
Right.
like every team leader, he has to
Yes.
acquire HR skills.
Right.
Because
Okay.
we as a team leader, every minute we are talking to our people, unlike HR.
Right.
So
Right.
we end up,
Yes.
we are supposed to, those who refuse to acquire HR skill, their people live like anything. Uh,
Correct.
so it is
Correct.
both ways. Like we have to acquire HR skill, HR has to acquire some technical insights.
Correct.
Then
Correct.
only it will
So
happen.
it's a good combination and a coordination between HR and the leaders. They need
Yes,
to always have a communication between each other and understand each other's perspectives. As
yes,
you said, that every leader also has to be an HR, uh, because every day on a basis, he's communicating with his team members and trying to project what is the outcome expected.
yes, yes,
Right?
yes, yes.
That was a wonderful. So, now I would like to, I would like to, we just ended with the question. Archana, can we go with the next?
Yes, 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 Meena. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for
yeah.
the beautiful interaction. Thanks a ton, despite a few technical
Yes,
problems. You
yes, I
still
had a
managed to
little
make it at
technical
the
problems.
good, good. All right, good job done over there. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mr. Vishwas. It was beautiful. Participants, please don't leave thinking that I said thank you and we are ending the shock show. No, it's not that. Talk show is ending at 11 a.m. Please stay and listen towards the end also. Okay. Now, coming back to you, Mr. Vishwas, thank you so much for your beautiful interaction, for your beautiful insights. As you can see, it's not about just giving a textbook knowledge. You actually gave practical insights, and I loved hearing that. I was occupied with lots of things behind the screen, but I was listening to your interactions of giving various companies, telling the examples from here, telling the designations from here. They all really aided to my knowledge, and I'm pretty sure it aided to the participants knowledge as well, because they are not people who are from college or schools or some small companies here and there. We have people who are from corporates, we have people who are from MNCs, we have people who are working in leadership team as well here in the participants list. So wonderful, and I'm pretty sure all of you found it knowledgeable. If you found knowledgeable, please type yes in the chat screen. Let me see all of you. The interaction is very slow these days. Let me hype up the interaction right now. Let me do it right now. Okay, so please type yes in the chat box if you all found it very useful. Thank you so much, Brinda. You found it useful. Arun says useful. Hey, Arun, your two questions are pending. I'm so sorry. I'll give you a chance towards the end. Meena says yes. Pradeepa says yes. Prem Kumar says yes. Aarti says yes. And Sriram says yes. Thank you so much, everyone. So now what we are going to do is we are going to have a short quiz round. Okay, participants, ready for it? We are going to have a short quiz via Mentimeter. If you have not played on Mentimeter, no bigger deal, we are going to do it today. So here's a small twist in our talk show, which is different from all the other talk shows. Mr. Vishwas, let me introduce you. So towards the end, we have a short quiz session which is via Mentimeter. I'm going to paste the link right now. Please keep checking in the chat box. And in the Mentimeter, what will happen is that you will have 3 questions. I'm going to display it onto the screen right now. You'll have 3 questions. The winner of all the 3 questions, that is, you will also have leaderboard, the cumulative score. The person who's winning towards the end will be winning a gift voucher from Confidence Communique. So please be aware that you are just a few keypads away from getting the gift voucher. Okay, ready everyone? Please type ready in the chat box and I will paste the link for all of you. Please type ready in the chat box. I will paste the link for all of you. Come on, type ready. Thank you so much, Mr. Prem Kumar. Thank you, Aarti. Thank you, Arun. Thank you, Meena. Okay, I've got a few readies. And Mr. Vishwas, you're also welcome to give your responses into the quiz. But the only point is, if you're not winning it, I'm not giving you the gift voucher.
No, I don't want. This talk show itself is a gift for me.
Oh, that's wonderful. Beautiful insights. Okay, so the link is there in the chat screen. Please click on the link and I'm going to share the Mentimeter screen here for all of you to show that you all have joined. So link is here in the chat screen. I'm starting here now. Okay, so 4 players have already joined. Oh my goodness, you people are so fast. I've not even shared the screen yet. Okay. Yes. So 5 players are ready. What about the others? Nobody else has joined? 5 players, cool. Please make sure that when you're joining, give your names correctly. Otherwise, Mentimeter is going to assign some random names for you all, which will probably not be looking good upon you when we are going to see in the leaderboard the scores. 7 players are ready. What about the others? Can we wait for a few more seconds or do we start? Okay, I'll wait for just 1 more minute for all the others to join. 7 players, thank you. 8 players. I'll wait for just a few more seconds, 45 seconds, and then we'll start. So if you are sitting in a place where you do not have probably proper network, I request you to please move a little bit towards maybe some room, some place wherein you have proper network, because it's going to be fastest fingers first. You might be knowing the answer. Unfortunately, the one who is able to type the answer first will get the answer. All right, done. So we have 7 players here in the game and we are going to start with the first question. The first question comes across to you. You have 30 seconds to answer. An employee identifies a process improvement but fears criticism if it fails. What should the organization encourage first? 3 options, A, B, C, right there in front of you. You have 20 seconds of time to answer it. Encourage experimentation, follow the existing process, or wait for management approval. 10 more seconds. Done. Time up. So 6 of you have responded encourage experimentation with structured learning and 1 has replied wait for management approval. The correct answer is encourage experimentation with structured learning. And let us see who is winning it with the first and the correct answer. Okay, Manushree Vyas, you're very quick, perfect. Arun just going at a very few seconds behind, only 8 points. Come on, catch up. Aarti, Brinda, Vishwas. Okay, you're also there, Vishwas, sir. Prem Kumar and Pradeepa. Please do not feel left behind. You still have 2 more questions. So here is the second question. Please do not leave it. If you're leaving it, you'll again have to come back and enter all the details again. So just continue with it. Okay. So 7 players are waiting and let me go for the next question. Again, you have 30 seconds of time. Employees stop suggesting ideas because they feel nobody listens. What should the leadership improve first? A, rewards. B, visible action on employee ideas. C, suggestion boxes. 20 seconds. Fastest fingers first. The response is pretty easy, but still. Done. So we have 5 people who have responded. Visible action on employee ideas, perfect, and that is the right answer. One person who has responded on rewards. Maybe somewhere I wouldn't say it is wrong, but probably preparing the system around it such that the rewards are given could also be a correct option for it. This option I really like it, suggestion boxes, because many of the organizations, many of the companies, many of the HR working in companies, they think that okay, let me just put in a box here and get the suggestions from people and I've done innovation. No, that's not innovation. In fact, some people would not be even entering it inside that, thinking that what's the point of me putting it inside, because people will not even, HR will not even read it, HR will not even put it, implement it. Then why should I waste my time, energy, embarrass myself by putting any ideas into the suggestion boxes? So I don't think suggestion box would be bad. It is good, but something better is working on the visibility factor for the employees so that they can contribute something. All right, now going forward for seeing who has answered it right. So Manushree was leading last time. Let us see. Okay, so see, she's again leading almost by 100 points for you, Mr. Arun. So Manushree is leading, and then you have Arun, you have Aarti. Aarti, you answered for this one the fastest, I can see. Unfortunately, the cumulative score, so you came into the third right now. Okay, so the first and the second one is coming into picture. Mr. Vishwas, I can see your reactions. What are your
I am
reactions to it?
deliberately delaying so that let others get a chance.
Yeah, that is okay, but I can see your reaction. It's looking like, oh my god, so nice. It is such a sports screen. All right, that is fine. All right, now coming to the next one. Question 3 of 3. 6 players are ready. I think we had 7 last time. One higher, one more is there. Cool. All right. So let us start for the third question and the last question. The last person is going to get a cumulative score and will be decided as the winner for the quiz. So you have 30 seconds of time, and here's the question. A company wants innovation but penalizes every failed experiment. What is the biggest barrier? Budget, technology, or fear of failure? This is a dangerous one now. A company wants innovation but penalizes every failed experiment. Maybe in R&D this can happen, I don't know. Well, in schools it did happen. If you're answering the question wrong, you get -2. Fear of failure. Yes, perfectly right. That is the right answer. And one person has answered technology. The correct answer is fear of failure. And let us see who is winning the entire talk show. Of all the 3 questions, who is winning it right now? So Aarti has moved up, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Hey, Arun, wow, that was so cool. I didn't expect this to come in. That's wonderful. Congratulations, Mr. Arun. Your gift voucher will be sent across soon to you. Participants, please type congratulations, Mr. Arun, in the chat box. Please type congratulations in the Mr. Arun in the chat box. Even Arun didn't expect it, I believe. Participants, please type congratulations in the chat box. And I really request you all to please turn on your video, because towards the end, I'm going to be requesting you to take a pic. I'm going to take a pic with all of you. So I request you to please turn on the videos so that I can keep a small memory of this talk show. Thank you so much. And also, Mr. Arun, you had a few questions as well. Can I please give you the chance to unmute? Would you be able to, or shall I go ahead with the questions on your behalf? Would you be able to put forward those questions?
Yeah, my thought, let's hear. I think question was on is it necessary for an org to have a visionary leader to inspire innovation? Like it's now the Tatas, the other big leaders. If a company doesn't have such a visible visionary leader, can employees still look towards others for motivation to innovate and inspire?
Yes, very good question. Hmm. So this question can have multiple answers. Yes, the ideal answer is you need to have a visionary leader. Hmm. And because if whatever you want, you are doing, if leadership is not supporting, hmm, it becomes difficult to pursue. But this is ideal situation you may not always have. Hmm. In that case, in the given constraint, hmm, how can you do innovation? At least your next team leader is strong enough. He is able to convince, or he acts as a protection wall. I am protecting my people to do innovation. I am taking the responsibility of meeting the targets. That will have to be done. Because you may not have always the innovative boss or ideal condition. And as I said, if you don't have any support, at least no harm in turning your life. As I said, that it is building innovative DNA as a culture. It can happen that you have to deliver a non-innovative, non-optimal solution in time constraint, but you continue working in the background as time passes. Maybe next time your innovation is ready, and that time you are actually you feel rewarded for the result. I have done that many times.
That's wonderful. I hope that answers your question, Mr. Arun, or do you have any follow up for that?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Cool. Does any other participant have any question before we wind up the session? If anybody has any questions, feel free to raise your hand and I would be giving you a chance to unmute yourself, please. Participants, if you have any questions, please raise your hands. Participants, if you have any questions, please raise your hands. And I really request all the participants to please turn on your video. The session is so silent. I really want you all to please turn on the video and give us a short memory towards the end. We have just 5 more minutes. I really request you to please turn on the video so that we can take a pic with our speaker here who has spent time and given us some valuable insights. So nobody has any other question. I'll probably end the talk show with one important announcement here. All right. So first and foremost, please be prepared to turn on the video. Okay. So few people have turned on the video right now. Okay. Yeah. Good. So I have a few people who have turned on the video, but I'm waiting for the others. And before we conclude, here are a few important updates. If today's session was valuable, we would sincerely appreciate your Google review. Your feedback helps us improve and reach more professionals. Right now, we are at a phase wherein the leaders themselves are reaching out to us and saying that we want to contribute in the talk show. So when I had started it, at that time, I used to make 10 calls and then one person would come in. But now it's like 3 leaders are already waiting that when is my talk show going to happen. That's the way it has come in. So if you keep contributing towards the talk show, keep contributing towards the Google reviews, give us some Google reviews. It will really help us to bring in lots of more interactive leaders into the talk show. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel where you will find our HR leadership conversations and future episodes. All of the updates are going to be there. Join our WhatsApp community to receive regular updates on our weekly talk shows, leadership discussions, and upcoming learning programs. And a very important announcement is this: registrations are open for our Grammar Lab Corporate Bootcamp, that is English Language Enhancement Corporate Bootcamp, scheduled on 25th and 26th of July from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. This live program is designed for professionals who want to improve workplace grammar. This is not a learning session. This is actually a practical session. This is not going to be just a session wherein people are going to get learning the grammar and all. No, they're actually going to apply the grammar. That's why a long duration, 3 hours on 25th, 3 hours on 26th. So if you have employees in your organization who would be interested to improve their workplace English, request them to please join in the training program. It would really be aiding us to make it much more interactive. So now coming across to a strategic closing, Mr. Vishwas, do you have anything to contribute before I wind up the session, please?
Yes, I think uh, not all topics, not all questions were asked. So I will just take up a small question which was there in the list earlier. That have you encountered an idea which failed? So actually there are two kind of ideas. One was the Tata Nano. People say that Tata Nano is a failure. In a way, yes. But it has created our brand image all across the world. Wherever I go to any corner of the world and I say from Tata Motor, they say nano company. So this kind of brand, this thing would not have happened. And also the electronics and aggregate technology which got developed, which was so useful to all the two-wheelers. So the two-wheeler BS6, it came in very short time because already the infrastructure because of nano it created. And even now you see, though 10 years ago around the production was stopped, even now the nanos are really big. There are many other instances, but this I wanted to say. And we had a Dare to Fail award in Tata Motors. When you fail, you are awarded. You are dead.
Oh,
Okay, thank you. Yes, yes. Dare to
that's
Fail award.
wonderful. Failure to fail, you're still
Award.
awarded. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Vishwas, for your beautiful insights here as well. And the links are all pasted into the chat screen. I hope you will be available to see that. Please circulate it among your contacts as well. A sincere thanks to Mr. Vishwas Vaidya. Participants, please type thank you, Mr. Vishwas Vaidya, in the chat screen for sharing his rich industry experience and practical insights with all of us today. Today's discussion reminded us that innovation is rarely accidental. It is intentionally built through leadership, systems, culture, and continuous learning. When organizations create environments where employees are encouraged to question, improve, and experiment responsibly, innovation naturally becomes part of everyday work. I have taken a pic with all of you since many of you had not turned on the video. I was unfortunately forced to take a pic with only your screens. I have posted it across in the chat screen. Feel free to download it. I will anyways be posting it on LinkedIn and tagging you. If in case you're on LinkedIn and you want to be tagged as well, please forward me your LinkedIn ID. I will tag you definitely. Thank you to each and every one of you participating so actively. Please don't forget to leave us a Google review, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and join our WhatsApp community to stay connected with our upcoming HR leadership conversations. Until next Saturday, keep learning, keep innovating, and keep leading with confidence. Have a wonderful weekend ahead, everybody. Bye-bye and take care. Meet you the coming Saturday for sure.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.